All right, let's go. Let's get this thing started. I don't know if anyone's watching yet. If you are, welcome. If you're not, welcome anyway if you're watching the VOD. I'm going to do a little bit more of coding. I didn't do much this week because after work it's really hard to get into that sort of stuff. I did a little bit off stream. Mainly I did the certification project several times because I wanted to try a few things. Then realizing that what I wanted to do, I'm gonna be learning later. So then I stopped. Right. But hey, let me show you what I've done. Let's make the webcam smaller. I don't take as much space on the screen. And we'll stop the music as well, because when I'm doing this, I like to be focused. But yeah, let's see. Why is it not working? Come on. Why is it not working? Let me reload the page. There we go. All right, so this is what I ended up doing. It was asking me to do a whatchamacallit? Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm losing my English already. A survey, there you go. And I just wanted something like about TTRPG because of course I would. There's a few things I'm still not happy with, but like I said, there's stuff that I'm going to be learning later how to do. Like I wanted these two to be centered on that div that's here, but I can do that. I wanted the submit button to be precisely the same width as that. Eventually I was going to change the color of that and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, so this is what I had for my HTML codes, and then this is what I did for my CSS. And there's a lot that I could optimize, just I was fiddling with it a lot. So yeah, I was fiddling with it, just checking what the different things would do. So I ended up with something that's very messy. But hey, at the end of the day, I got this that I think looks okay. I would never put that on a website, but you know, I would probably, you know, space things more. But mainly what I wanted to do was to have like different divs and, you know, have it so that some divs are next to each other, some divs on top of each other and all that stuff. And this is what I ended up achieving. So this is what mattered in the end. Now, let's go to the next lesson. And what I wanted to learn, by the way, is this Flexbox. But we'll get to that later. So we'll do the learn the CSS box model by building a Rothko painting. This is going to be extremely useful, I think. Because this is going to help me also create character sheets where, you know, I'm going to want to have some stuff in some locations. Precisely. So, yeah, every HTML element is its own box with its own spacing and a border. This is called a box model. In this course, you'll use a CSS and the box model to create your own Rothko-style rectangular art piece. So we're going to create something like this, right? So, yeah, let's go and start coding. So, as usual, we start with a doc type. Oops. There. Exclamation mark, doc type. Forgot. There. Doc type. HTML. What else is it asking us to do? So we're going to want to have HTML, of course, with a head element that we're going to close and a body element that we're going to close as well. And of course, we close the HTML. There. Oh yeah, forgot. It wants me to have the lang. Which is not something I care about because I'm not going to use that. But yay! Fireworks. Let's go. Within the head element, add a meta tag which sets the chart. Yeah, okay, so head meta char set equals UTF-8. Yeah, I think it's like this. UTF 8. I haven't done that for a few days and I'll forget. We want a title of Rothko painting. There. Title. Boom. And finally, within the body, we want an image with the source as that. Source equals... Come on. This whole thing. Ah, yeah. So, yeah. I've seen that so many times. Yeah, every time you inspect a page and you go to... Where is it? There. See? Margin, border, padding, and then the actual element. So, very useful to keep that in mind. All right. In the CSS box model, every HTML element is treated as a box with 4 areas. Imagine you receive a box from your favorite online retailer. The content is in the item, in the box, or in your case, a header, paragraph, or image element. Change the source attribute in the image from to that. Fair enough. Yeah, there we go. The content is surrounded by a space called padding, similar to how bubble wrap separates an element from the box around it. I like the the analogy. Think of the border like the cardboard box your item was shipped in, right? And then finally, the third diagram. There we go. Margin is the area outside the box and can be used to control the space between other boxes or elements. Here, the bottom element has a larger top margin, pushing it further down the page. Now that you understand the CSS box model, let's get started on the Rothko painting. Remove the image element. All right. Add a div element in the body. Set the class attribute equals to canvas. Okay. So let's do a div class equal canvas. We said, yeah. And close that div. Before you can start styling the div you added, you need to link your CSS, your HTML, of course. So within the head, we'll do a link type equals style sheets and then href equals styles.css. There we go. Without looking at the instructions. Oh no, it's rel. Not type. There we go. Even though your div has no text, it's still treated as a box with content. Write a CSS rule that uses the canvas class sector and sets width to 500. Here's a CSS rule that sets the width to class count. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't need an example on that. Canvas squiggly bracket width. We said 500 pixels there. Awesome. Add the height property with the value 600. Height 600 pixels. Change the background color. They could have done all this in one fucking step, really. Hashtag 0D0F00. It's brown. Every painting needs a frame. Wrap the canvas elements in another div. Give that div the frame class. All right. So div class equals frame. Oops. Being too fast. We'll push that by 1. Div there. Oops. Frame Squiggly brackets. Use the border shorthand decoration to give the frame element a solid black border with a width of 50 pixels. Okay, so border. Yeah, border. 50 pixels. I'm pretty sure if I just do that. No, okay. So I do need to, yeah. Yeah, because by default it's transparent anyway, right? So. Huh. Interesting. That's not what I expected to see. Interesting. Because I set the width. Yeah, no, there we go. It does make sense. Because this div that I just created, the border one, takes the whole width. But the one we created before has a width set at 600 pixels, so of course. There we go, okay. 500 pixels. So what happens if I set that to 500 pixels then? Interesting. Yeah, because yeah, it can't go over the div it's contained in. Makes sense. Use padding to adjust the spacing within an element in frame. Use the padding shorthand to increase the space between frame and canvas by 50. Okay. So padding. Oops, I don't need to do a dot. Padding 50 pixels. Excellent. Use margins to adjust the space outside an element. So using the margin property, yeah, we're going to do margin. So 20 pixels auto. There we go. So 20 pixels from the top and bottom and center, basically, from left and right. Add a new div element inside your canvas element. Give the new div the class attribute with a value of 1. Okay. So div class equals 1. There we go. Write a new rule that targets 1 and sets width. Okay. 1 squiggly brackets with 425 pixels. Okay, so height 150 pixels, and then background color. As well, just copy paste that. Whatever. There. And now it's going to ask me to center it and all that stuff, I'm guessing. Yeah, exactly. Margin, we're going to do the same with 20 pixels top, bottom, and auto left and right. There we go. Although this looks off. See, this is where I need to get reminded of that. So we just did margin. So maybe it's padding that I want to. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think it's going to tell me that. Yeah. Let's see. Now, one is centered horizontally, but stop margin is pushing past the canvas and onto the frame border. Right, shifting the entire canvas down. Yeah, add padding of 1 pixel to the canvas element to give one element something solid to push off of. Wow, okay, I was not thinking about that. Interesting. Padding, that is not the way I saw this. 1 pixel. Right. So if there's no padding, it can't push off of that. Right. So I can already tell I've probably been confronted to that issue before. Right. Anyway. I think 1 pixel of padding to the top, bottom, left, and right of the canvas changes the dimension to 502 by 602 pixels. Replace padding with overflow set to hidden. Ah. Flow hidden. Ah. Right. Add another div with class value 2 just below 1. Yeah. Div class equals 2. Okay, why didn't it? There we go. 475 pixels. $200 pixels. And background color. Yep. Oops. Hyphen color. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, center again. Yeah. So margin. So margin just auto this time. Okay. Fair enough. Create a new day with class 3. So this is where I think this is going to be interesting. That when I want to create the character sheet, I think it will be better to just start with colors to organize how I want things, and then populate those things and remove the colors in the end. Yeah. Because it makes so much more sense when you're actually seeing the boxes, right? Because yeah, I'm sure when you're used to it, just looking at the code, you can already visualize how it's supposed to look like. But the problem is that you're supposed to look at two codes, though, right? Because if you just look at the divs, I can tell, which div is bricked in which one. Great, but I can't really tell exactly how they're styled. So yeah. So I think I'll still use that. Class equals 3 div. You don't always have to use pixels when sizing an element. Create a new rule. Thing is, for me, the way with character sheets, I think I'd just rather have character sheets that are the same size for everyone, and it's just easier to control, right? If I have to think about the layout of my character sheet and how it acts when it's expanded and all that stuff, that'll be a pain. Create a new rule, 3 assets width, 91%. Then height, 28%. And then background color to whatever this is. Not the red color. Okay, let's say that. Margin auto. Yeah. There we go. So is it the same here? I need to add some padding. It's helpful to have your margins push in one direction. In this case, the bottom margin of the one element pushes 2 down, of course. In the 2 selectors, use margin shorthand property to set up top margin to 0, horizontal margin to auto. Hey, Rémi! Comment ça va? Margin to 0. Okay, so top 0. Horizontal, so auto. Wait, no, because it's that 20 pixels and auto, right? Is that how it works? Hey, I remembered. T'as déjà fait plusieurs vidéos ou c'est ta première? Non, non, j'en ai déjà fait plusieurs. Attends, je te montre ce que le site il me fait faire. Attends, je sais quoi, je vais aller sur un autre onglet. Ouais. Alors d'abord, il m'a fait faire un site avec des chats. Tu vois, un truc comme ça. Pour vraiment apprendre la base de l'HTML. Ce qui fait pas de mal, hein. Après, ça m'a fait faire un menu pour du café. Où du coup, bah, il y avait un petit peu de CSS, tout ça. Les bases, quoi. Ensuite, ça m'a fait dessiner des marqueurs de couleurs. Comme ça, en CSS. Ensuite, ça m'a fait faire un formulaire, right? Et après, du coup, j'avais un examen, en gros, hein, tout un projet à faire, où du coup, j'ai fait... Bon, c'est pas fini, hein, parce qu'en fait, j'ai essayé de faire des trucs qui doivent m'apprendre après. Mais du coup, j'étais content de ce que j'ai réussi à faire, dans le sens où j'ai compris comment le code fonctionnait. Donc, esthétiquement, c'est pas ça, mais dans l'ensemble, c'est ce que ça me va. Où du coup, bah, j'ai fait tout ça. Et bon, le CSS, c'est le bordel, parce que j'ai essayé plein de trucs différents pour m'amuser. Mais du coup, voilà, ça c'est quasiment écrit de zéro, quoi. Hein. C'est avec tout ce qu'il m'avait appris. Donc c'est cool. Et puis maintenant, du coup, ça m'apprend à faire ce qu'ils appellent un Rothko style art piece. All right. What do we have next? The colors and shape of your painting are too sharp to pass as Rothko. Le formulaire envoyé vers rien, j'imagine. Non, non, non. Puis surtout, en fait, le formulaire... Moi, ce qui m'intéresse dans tout ça, c'est de faire un système pour mon logiciel de jeu de rôle, hein, ce truc-là. Où, en gros, bah, je vais faire les feuilles de perso, les feuilles d'item, machin, tout ça. Donc, je vais pas en avoir besoin, surtout. Après, c'est intéressant d'y apprendre, hein, mais j'en ai pas forcément besoin. Moi, ce qui m'intéresse, c'est plus le CSS dans cette partie, quoi. Après, ça va être le JavaScript, forcément, parce que bah, là, quand je clique sur un truc, ça fait un lancer de dés. Tout ça, il faut que je le programme en JavaScript. Donc, ouais. Anyway, let's go back. So the blur, I didn't know about the blur property. I've never used it before. Blur of how much pixels? 2 pixels. Wait. Ah, no, it's the filter property to blur the painting by 2 pixels. Is that how it works? Right. You should set the filter property to... Ah, okay, so that's how you write it. And I don't read the example, so of course I'm being stupid. There. Blur. Oh, look at that. Create a rule that targets both 1 and 2 and increase their blur effect by 1 pixel. Okay, so 1, 2. So we said it was... I already forgot what it was. Filter. There we go. Filter, blur, 1 pixel. Nice. Increase the blur of 3 by 2 pixels. Sure. So filter. I wonder what other filters there are then, right? I'm probably not going to use that ever again, but it's still interesting to know it exists. What am I doing? Parentheses, there we go. 2 pixels, we said. Did I fuck that up? Increase the blur of 3 by 2 pixels. Ah! Wait. No, I did that. Oh, okay. I just realized. I didn't need to create a new thing. There we go. So there won't be any persistence of the data into a database, like saving or loading from a database or multiple players, right? The game will only live... No. It's all persistent, right? Like this is all the characters right now that I have created. Right, this is my players, for example. Well, I need to update them, but right, each of those are character sheets. They contain items which have their own item sheets with different variables, right? And this is all saved, right? There's thousands of hours of work in this shit, right? There's the map of Lyon, right? With notes on every fucking area, with gangs, right? So it doesn't just live on the browser. But like the software already, it already brings the architecture, right? Yeah, it's an existing software. But so let me explain to you in detail. So this software is called Foundry Virtual Tabletop, right? It allows you to play tabletop role-playing games like D&D, like Warhammer, all that good stuff. But to play those games, you need a system. You can use, I think they have generic systems, right? Let's see, generic role-playing game aids, which they don't offer much, right? It's pretty bare bones. You still have to do a lot of math yourself and all that stuff. But then there's whatever game you want to play. Call of Cthulhu, right? There you go, Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. You want to play Vampire the Masquerade. Well, for whatever reason, it doesn't exist, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, it's World of Darkness. My bad. Because now it's all grouped into and they're the same thing. There you go. Want to play Vampire the Masquerade? You play World of Darkness. You want to play Warhammer? Right. You install the system, and those systems are all coded by people, right? And they have their own JavaScript that caters to the system rules, right? It's all within the same architecture, so Foundry provides a lot of backup. Namely, they have, I think I've seen for character sheets, they use handlebars, so you can refer to elements that are common, pretty much everywhere in the software. So it's not like I have to start from scratch. There's already a huge amount of base work already done, right? It's just that I want to create a system for it. I have to program the rules, right, on my system, and also program how the character sheet looks, what kind of stats I'm using, what type of items they are. Because a simple roleplay system is going to have, like, I don't know, weapons and then just gear, right? But then something like Shadowrun, which is the game I'm using, there's a lot of stuff that are considered items, right? A spell is considered an item, right, with its own properties. Armor, of course, right? Weapons. But because it's a cyberpunk game, you have like cyber augmentation as well, and they have their own rules as well. So you need to have an item that does that too, right? Like if I check here, create item, see this is the whole list of items that exist in this. So yeah, I have to make all that, right? Well, not as much. I'm trying to make something that's simpler than this system, right? Because I'm tired of playing on this system because it's too complicated. I'm guessing they will be hosting your custom codes. It's all locally running on my machine. I can publish my my system. It's pretty easy to do. It doesn't require anything. But it's all running locally on my machine. And when I want my players to join in, I can just go to invitation links and give them this is the local network, so that doesn't really... But I can copy that, right, and give it to my players, and they can connect to my machine. I have like different accounts, right, for my players, so they can join in. I can give them control of characters, so they can play their character. And then there's a bunch of modules on top of it. You can also program modules. There's a bunch of different modules. There's, like, for example, this is from a module that adds me this little tray here that I can open where I have a bunch of rules saved up, so if I need to refer to something real quick, I can do that. Hey Zel, comment ça va? En fait, il y a que des Français dans le chat là. All right. Anyway, let me go back to this thing. The rectangles are too small, and their edges don't have the soft quality of a painting. Increase the area and soften the edges of one by setting its box shadow to 0, 0, 3 pixels, 3 pixels. Oh, I don't remember exactly all the properties of box shadow. Because let's see. Yeah, it's X, Y. I remember that. It's X, Y, and then it's the size of the shadow, the size of the blur of the shadow, I guess, the fade or whatever, and then it's the color. I think it's that 0, 0, 3 pixels, 3 pixels. Oops. And then the color. Boom. Oh, hi Marc. Bah ça va. On se fait un petit peu de programmation et puis après je vais bosser sur ma campagne. J'ai des maps à faire, des trucs comme ça. Let's see. Use the same box shadow declaration for 2, but change the color from... Okay. Can do that. Box shadow. So 0, 0, 20 pixels, 20 pixels. No, it was 3 pixels, my bad. Bit big. So 3 pixels, and then the color is that. Boop. There we go. Le CSS, c'est quand même c'est un enfer. Non, ça va, je trouve. Franchement, je m'attendais à pire. Hein. Je commence vraiment à comprendre comment ça fonctionne et j'ai hâte de voir la prochaine leçon qui est sur le Flexbox. Parce que ça, en fait, ça m'aurait servi mais tellement de fois de comprendre comment on peut tu vois, arranger les différentes divs. C'est plus chiant que le JavaScript. Ah, je sais pas, le JavaScript, moi, ça me fait peur. Hein. J'ai jamais fait de JavaScript. Quand je vois la gueule du JavaScript, je j'y comprends rien. Le CSS, au moins, je comprends un petit peu. Alright, so box shadow. JS, c'est hyper facile en vrai. Oui, mais après, quand t'as l'habitude, t'as ton cerveau qui s'y est fait. Je pense que oui, c'est pas compliqué. Je pense que dans tous les codes, il vaut mieux que je fasse du JavaScript que du C++, par exemple, tu vois. So 5 pixels, 5 pixels. Hashtag, oops, no, I said hashtag, not whatever this is. The corner of each rectangle are still too sharp. Round each corner. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Of one element by 9 pixels using the border radius property. All right. I think one of the main problem with JavaScript, no, with CSS is like there's so many properties, right? You can use, and you can use similar properties to achieve different properties to achieve the same thing sometimes as well. It's like, and you have to remember for each property, like there's different variables. Right? Some will allow you to do like 1, 2, 3, 4 variables. And some it's just one variable. So you have to remember all that. It's just a lot of data to remember. Ouais, on verra quand j'y suis au JavaScript. Hein. Pour moi, le CSS, c'est pas mon fort. Ouais, je sais pas. Après, je pense, en fait, le CSS, c'est pas compliqué en soi. C'est plus... moi, c'est plus le côté artistique, en fait. Où je suis pas bon du tout visuellement. J'arrive pas à faire des trucs beaux. En soi, après, juste écrire le CSS, c'est pas dur, quoi. Mais ouais, pour moi, c'est plus ça, en fait. Dans le CSS, je pense, là où je vais pas être bon, c'est dans le même sens où je suis pas bon à dessiner, quoi. Sorry for all the French, if anyone doesn't understand it. Just we have a lot of French people in the chat right now, so... So yeah, border radius, 9 pixels. Let's see what it does. Ah, cool. Écrire, c'est pas dur, mais le faire fonctionner, c'est chiant. Voilà, tu vois, c'est ça. Enfin, en faire en sorte que ce soit beau, c'est chiant. Use border radius property on the 2 selector to set up its left radius and bottom right. Because yeah, like for example, right? Let me show you something because I just thought about it. Let me show you something that I think it would be typical where, you know, some people are good at this, some people are not. I need to create a world with Lone Goose Traveler. Yeah, there you go. Let's do test. We'll just MGTE 2E. There you go. So, for example, right, this is someone that probably knows how to program just fine, but that's not good at CSS, right? That's just basic. It does the job, right? So, yeah, it looks okay. If I can manage to do that, I'd be happy, I guess. I would probably change the color because the bright orange, not my thing, right? And then you have something like like this, right? Which, well, it's not just using CSS, to be fair, right? It's also using some other elements, some background images and all that stuff to help. But my God, if that's not a whole other level, right? And this is the sort of visual character sheet that I want to achieve, right? It looks so fucking clean, right? Look at this. Yeah, and I want something with like little ticks like this as well. With my rule system is going to make sense. So, and then on top of that, this system also has, where is it? Inventory, skills. Is it in skills or is it in talents? No, it's in talents. It has a whole fucking talent tree, which is amazing. But hey, we're not there yet. C'est pas compliqué, mais en tant que dev, j'y vais toujours un peu en impro et j'ai du mal à être dans la maîtrise du truc, mais je prends pas le temps aussi. Ouais, non, mais en fait, c'est ça. En fait, c'est pas vraiment de la programmation, encore une fois. C'est vraiment plus de l'art, quoi. Pour avoir 2-3 bases en JS, je te conseille de coder en un bot Discord en utilisant Node.js et la librairie ou un serveur HTTPS. Bah Node.js, je l'ai installé, ouais. Après, on verra. Un bot Discord, ça peut servir sur mon Discord, ouais. All right, anyway, let's go back to this. We need to do border radius, and all right, so top left to 8. So this is the same as margin. You can do either 1 for all the corners, 2 values. It's top, bottom, left, right. Or is it left, right, top, bottom? I think it's top, bottom, left, right. Yeah, in this order. And then you can do 4. You can probably do 4 variables with top, right, bottom, left. There we go. And it's probably what it's going to do at the end here. Except up to 4 values. There we go. Look at that. I predicted it. It just makes sense. So let's do 30 pixels, 25 pixels. Wait. Ah, yeah. Top right, bottom right. And it's okay. It stops top left, top right, bottom right, bottom left. Yes. So 30, 25, 60 pixels, and finally 12 pixels. Let's go. Rotate each rectangle to give them more of an imperfect hand-painted look. Use the transform property. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. I'm never using this. That's a bit much. Select it to rotate. So rotate, I'm guessing, is going to be by 0.6. Like that. Is it how I'm supposed to write this code? Ah, okay. I almost had it. right? Oh, count. Okay, my bad. I didn't see the counterclockwise, and it makes sense to give it the unit by which we want that. There we go. So then we want to transform, rotate, clockwise, so 0.4 degrees. Oh, I forgot the S in transform. There we go. That should work. Yes. Transform is useful when you want to apply some animation to your elements. Yeah, but for what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna need that. Most likely, I don't want animations in my character sheet. I just want it to be clean and readable, right? The one we just saw was nice. It's not too fancy. It has some background elements that, you know, really add to the fanciness, but that has nothing to do with CSS really. You know, if I need to, I'll create those elements in Inkscape or whatever. So yeah, I'm not too worried about using this one. Rotate, so transform, rotate, counterclockwise, so 0.2 degrees. And I've got the S in transform again for whatever reason. There we go. All right, we finished this lesson already. So I should probably move on to the next one. Only has 24 steps, so yeah, I'm definitely moving on to the next one. Because we only been going for like half an hour at this point, so let's do that. Learn CSS Flexbox by using a photo gallery. Flexbox helps you design your web page so that it looks good on any screen size. In this course, you'll use Flexbox to build a responsive photo gallery web page. With cats again, of course. Kitty, 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 kitty. All right. Let's start with the usual doc type, HTML. It wants to have, yeah, of course, an HTML tab that will close immediately, so don't forget about it. Then it's going to have a head. Also, let's not forget to put the language in that. So we said... heads, close it, and then a body. Body, there. Okay, so then we need the meta thing. If they show animations in a future lesson, that's one of the big improvements in CSS compared to 20 years ago when you mostly had to use JavaScript for that. You'll be able to add small animations really easily, only using CSS, which is fucking crazy, by the way, that you can just do animations using that. Right? In the past, back in the day, if you wanted to do animations, you pretty much had to use Flash, which, you know, would make the pages super heavy because we had shitty connections. But I remember back in the day making like animated buttons, right, for a web page. It was so ugly. Man, the pages from the 90s and the early 2000s. Oh my god. Oh my god. We didn't have that science down yet, let me tell you. Holy shit. Let's see. So, we need a meta. Name equals viewport. See, this is another thing I'm never going to have to use because you're not supposed to use Foundry VTT on mobile. And I'm pretty sure this should be in the code for the for Foundry and not for my system anyway. And content. So I'm not even bothering remembering this exact thing. There. And also we need a meta char set equals UTF-8. There. Cool. Within your head element, add a title element, of course. Title. Called Photo Gallery. Okay, title, and then we need a link. Rel equals style sheet. Href equals styles.css. Hey, I got it right this time. Add a header element within the body element, and assign a class to a header to it. Okay, yeah, cool. So within body, we'll do header class equals header. There we go. Close that. Header. And then in here, we'll do a H1. H1 I said. CSS Flexbox Photo Gallery as text. H1. There. Boom. Gotta go. We'll come back sometime. See you improvements. Let's get it. All right. See you next time, dude. Merci, les bisous. Mwah. Allez. Let's continue. Below your header element, create a new div element and assign a class of gallery. So there. So div class equals we said gallery. Close that div. Anything else I have to do? This div will act as a container for the gallery images. Inside the gallery element, create 9 image elements. Okay. So image. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Next, give each image a source attribute according to its order in the document. The first image should have a source of blah, 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 and then accept. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That should be easy to do. SRC equals that. I'm going to copy paste that in there. There we go, and then we can just replace the number. Can I just go down? Yes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. 8, 9. There we go. Bunch of cute cats. In order to better visualize how your elements are sized, adding a border can be very helpful. Give your gallery elements a width of 50% and a border set to 5 pixels solid red. So gallery width. Jesus, I really can't type. It's crazy to me that as someone who was born with a computer, right? To this day, I can't type without fat fingering every half second. I don't know how people do it, where they type super fast and they don't make a mistake. I just don't get it. Border 5 pixels, solid red. Ah, interesting. Then give your image elements. See, I like this lesson already because it's not fucking about. It's not telling me, okay, this step, add a width to the gallery. The next step, add a border to the gallery. And the next step, add the width to the... it's just giving me everything in one go. I can just write the code and then we can move on to something more interesting, right? More important. Width, 100%. Padding... Oops. Padding... 5 pixels. Oh, I forgot the semicolon here. There we go. And then a border of 5 pixels, solid blue. Which interesting. I don't see the blue border. Ah, because I'm stupid. That's why. I don't need to do a dot. Because I'm targeting the image thing. It's not a class, right? Okay. Fair enough. Congratulations, your code passes. Yep. You know Kung Fu. Wish I did. Notice how the blue image border extends beyond the red gallery border. This is due to the way browsers calculate the size of container elements. The box sizing property is used to set this behavior. By default, the box content box model is used. With this model, when an element has a specific width, that width is calculated based only on the element's content. Padding and border values get added to the total width, so the element grows to accommodate these values. By setting box sizing to content box explicitly with the global star collected, okay, at this point you will not see any changes because you are using the default value. Interesting. So how does that work exactly? Because it's not really telling me how I'm supposed to write that code. So right. So that box sizing, oops, to content box. Is that okay? I've never seen that as a selector. Never seen that before. The border box sizing model does the opposite of content box. The total width of the element, including padding and border, will be explicit with the explicit width set. The contents of the element will shrink to make room for the padding and border. Change the box sizing property to border box. Interesting. See? Okay, this is a miracle right now. It just clicked in my head. This is how I thought it worked by default. Right? And every time I would modify shit, I would be like, why? And now this just makes sense to me. Right? I'm probably going to be using this a lot. Maybe I shouldn't, right? Maybe there's a reason why you shouldn't, but this just makes more sense to me. All right, now that you have figured out your box sizing approach, you can clean up the CSS you added to see the changes. Remove your gallery and image selector and all rules within. Okay. Let me check something. If I remove that, yeah, it didn't change anything. Yeah, because right now it doesn't matter. Yeah. Gotcha. Now your galleries, your images are too big. Create a gallery image selector to target them. Give them all a width of 100% and a max width of 350 pixels. Right. So, gallery image. %, max width 350 pixels. There you go. Now we're talking. Also set the height property to 300 pixels to keep your images in uniform size. Yeah, I was gonna say height 300 pixels. Okay, but now they're squished though. Doesn't look very good when they're squished. Give me a sec. What happens if I do that? Yeah. So now it just tries and... yeah, right. Fair enough. That makes sense. Remove the margin from your body elements. Set the font family to sans serif a sans serif, and give it a background color. Okay, so body. So margin, oops, should be 0, right? There we go. Font family should be sans serif, and then background color should be whatever this is. Hashtag. Okay, so just stay darker white. Align your header text in the center. Make the text uppercase using the text transform property with uppercase. Yeah, that's a new one. Okay, so let's see. Header text align center. There we go. Text transform uppercase. I keep forgetting the S in transform for whatever reason. There we go. Give it a padding of 32 pixels. Background color to whatever this is. Hashtag there. Yeah, color. Hashtag FFF. I didn't know I could do it that way. That's interesting. Add a border bottom. Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of looks ugly right now. Bottom. So 4 pixels. Solid. And then whatever this color is, which is the same as the background color, I'm assuming. No, not exactly. Ah, right. Gotcha. Yeah. I like it how it's not giving me the exactly the properties on stuff that we've already done a lot before now. It's just telling me center the text, right? So bit by bit, it's removing some basic instructions. That's one thing I was thinking was doing too much, is like re-giving me all the instructions completely all the time, and it's not really helping to remember, right? If you rely too much on that, but yeah, slowly it's removing all these too detailed instructions. Flexbox is a one-dimensional CSS layout that can control the way items are spaced out and aligned within a container. To use it, give a element a display property of flex. This will make the element a flex container. Any direct children of a flex container are called flex items. Create a gallery selector. So that's pretty much everything, right? Let's see, what was gallery? Gallery is pretty much where I have all my my images. So yeah, fair enough. So gallery display flex. Oops, there. Right, and now it's putting everything in the line by default. Flexbox has a main and cross axis. The main axis is defined by the flex direction property, which has 4 possible values. Row, default, horizontal axis with flex items from left to right, row reverse, horizontal axis with flex items from right to left, column, vertical axis with flex items from top to bottom, and column reverse from bottom to top. The axes and directions will be different depending on the text direction. The values shown are for left to right directions. Try the different values to see how they affect the layout. Right, okay. So flex direction. So right now, by default, we're already in the row version. So let's try row reverse. Right, so it starts with the same picture. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much how I thought it would work. And then column Yeah, of course. And then if I do reverse, it's going to put this one at the bottom. Yeah. Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense. When you're done, set an explicit flex direction of row. Row. There we go. The flex wrap property determines how your flex items behave when the flex container is too small. Setting it to wrap will allow the item to wrap the text row and column. No wrap default will prevent your items from wrapping and shrink them if needed. Make sure your flex items wrap to the next row. So flex wrap to wrap, I'm guessing. Yeah. And now, if I adjust the size, yeah. Cool. The justify content property determines how the items inside the flex container are positioned along the main axis, affecting their position and the space around them. Interesting, yeah. Justify content center. Yep. So same, if I adjust, yeah, just keeps everything centered. Very nice. The align items property position the flex content along the cross axis. In this case, with your flex direction set to row, your cross axis would be vertical. To vertically center your images, give your gallery a selector align items property to center. Okay. Align items center. Yeah, so I thought it doesn't change anything. Well, it would change, I guess, if I had a window that was a screen that was like, you know, fucking 4K and I blew up this in full screen. Give your gallery sector a padding. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't like the fact that it's straight after the border here. 20 pixels, 10 pixels. There you go. Then give it a max width of 1400 pixels. And then margin of 0 auto. Notice how some of your images have become distorted. Yes. This is because the image have different aspect ratios. Rather than setting each aspect ratio individually, you can use the object fit property to determine how images should behave. Interesting. Object fit cover. Ah, it was very nice. Yeah, but now some of the images look weird, like this one. This one looks off now. Your images need some space between them. The gap CSS shorthand property sets the gap, also known as gutters, between rows and columns. The gap property and its row gap and row column sub properties provide this functionality for flex, grid, and multi-column layout. You apply the property to the container element. Give your gallery flex container a gap property. Gap 16 pixels. Cool. Smooth out your images a bit by giving the image a selector. Bold your radius property. Alright, so we're just gonna round the corners a bit. Border radius 10 pixels. Yep. Probably going to use that as well in my character sheets. The after pseudo element creates an element that is the last child of the selected element. You can use it to add an empty element after the last image. If you give it the same width as the image, it will push the last image to the left, right, because right now it's centered. Ah, interesting. So, yeah, so gallery. That after that. Right now it's in the center because we said justify element center. Yeah, create a new sector using after solo element and query. Add content property set to an empty string. Right, okay. Content there. And width of 350 pixels like the other images. There. Interesting. The alt image attribute should describe the image content screen. Readers announcing it. To complete the project, add an alt attribute to all 9 of your cat's images to describe them. Use a value at least 5 characters long for each. Really? Sleepy cat. There. I'll copy paste that. Wait. That's not how it works. I'm being stupid. It's like this. There we go. Why is it not copy pasting properly? For fuck's sake. Let me guess. It's going to tell me. No, there we go. Okay. Welcome back. Okay. I do want to do another one. Do I want to do another one or do I want to go back to doing TTRPG stuff? I need to do TTRPG stuff though. Well, that was a short session if I stop here. Yeah, I'm going to stop here. I'll redo these two later off stream just to, you know, hammer it in. And then next time we can do the next two, and then I can do the tribute. Yeah, and those are pretty big as well. 68, 67. Yeah, I'm not doing those now. And then we can do the I can do the tribute page off stream. The certification project I do off stream, so I can take my time with it and just you know, don't feel pressure or anything. Anyway, I'm gonna close this. I'm going to go back to Shadowrun NCL. I'm going to change the title and everything. Let's change the title. There. Let's also do the same here. All right, there we go. Ça t'est déjà arrivé sur les Dangerous que le jeu soit totalement flou? Non. Non, ça m'est jamais arrivé ça. Okay. Let's put that in. We'll put the music from this. Ah ouais, non. Franchement, aucune idée. Hein. Moi, avec ma 3060, le jeu, il roule du feu de Dieu. Hein. All right. So this morning, I made a lot of progress. I worked on this for like 5 hours. So let's see, it's regular runs, contact runs, drug heist. So this morning I wrote all this, right? Well, I wrote with the help of ChatGPT, as usual, right? I give it the ideas and it structures it properly. So now I have maps. So the run idea is that this dude called Alvin wants the players to hijack a shipment of drugs or drug compounds normally, but it will depend on what my players want to do. And I'm working on the different encounters, so I've done the whole legwork section here where they can discover a bunch of different data. And yeah, and then I have like 3 locations for where they can set up an ambush. They can, of course, decide to go for another one, but this is the one that I'll give them as the best locations. So they'll probably pick one of those. They could also decide to just go on the road, and in that case, I just made this random, section of road that can be used for that. And now I have to work on each locations. There's an extra location because there's different potential drivers for the shipment, and one of those is this dude called Lino Zawar, who's a young, overweight human male of Italian descent who likes to stop by a fast food joint before proceeding to doing his job. So it is called Buzz Burgers. So I have this whole encounter to set up as well. So I think I'm going to start with that. I already have a map for that, although I think I should make the map first. Right, make all the maps. This way I'm done. So let's bring that up. Now let's see. I should have one called fast food. Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to bring this one up, and I want to see if there's anything else I want to add to it. Yeah, I wouldn't mind adding a street down here. I think that wouldn't take too long. So let's add some. There you go. So let's see. I'm gonna do one more for the for this. Yeah, and this I'm gonna change as well. Yeah. So yeah, 1, and then I'll need probably 6, so 7 total. There. Alright. First, what I'm gonna do is edit the different paths that I have. Oops. Why is Control Z not working? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I need the grid. So let's add another one here, and let's add another one here. There we go. And then this can just go all the way there. Actually, so yeah, you come all the way here. Add one here. Add one here. Add one here. Let's do patterns. So I'm gonna have that like so for the streets. And like this. There we go. Then let's finish that. And that. There. Yeah, that kind of completes the map for sure a little bit. No. I'm gonna want a crossing thing here. So let's see. I think the way I'm gonna do it is simply by doing no. Like so. There we go. Then that's the parking lot. That's fine. Yeah, whatever. And then just to complete the road, I think I'll just add something like this in the middle here, like so. Actually, we'll do up to here, and then here we'll do dotted lines. Maybe up to here. Dotted lines, dotted lines. Okay, give me a sec. We'll do up to here. Nope. Ah, for fuck's sake. Let me start here, this way. I want this to look good. So we'll stop here. Then here in the middle, we'll do that. There we go. And then we'll start back here. Because, you know, this would mean that you can actually cross here. And there we go. I think that completes the map just quite nicely. I'm just going to add a little bit of detail here and there. Like maybe some lights and stuff. So I think I'll go with something like so. Maybe I just add I'm trying to think what would be the best way. Actually, yeah, I think I'm just going to do it that way. So every 4 square, we'll add something like that. There. There. There you go. Just add some stuff to look at. It's not too flat. Alright, so I think this map's done. I'm happy with that. Now, I have another map that I've been working on, which is the other encounter. So that was the fast food. The next encounter, possible encounter, is at Auction Supplies. So the shipment, before going to where it's supposed to deliver stuff, it's got to pick up some more stuff. And it picks it up at this place called Auction Supplies. So it's supposed to be some kind of, you know, warehouse, basically. And this is what I came up with. What is it? There. Now, I wonder if I should extend that map to the left a bit. So we could add a little bit more of this parking lot and then maybe do, you know, the part of the building that goes behind here a little bit. Sure, let's work on that. Menu, change map size. I'm going to add 10 for now. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and wall tool, edit point. It's going to go up to here. It's short. Yeah, we'll do it this here. So give me a sec. Need that to here, and then this is gonna go all the way up like that. To close that, which means I want to add some more. Change map size. Add me 2 more. There we go. All right. Let's see. I have other walls to extend, so I'm gonna have you extend all the way here, and then I'm gonna want to extend also some of the paths. So you extend all the way here. You extend all the way here. You extend all the way here. I also kind of want to add a little bit here and here, right and bottom, especially to kind of redefine this intersection here a little bit, because it looks kind of ugly as of now. Alright, let me do that first so we can have a better look at this. There we go. All right, let's add some more parking spaces. So I think it's with that at a width of 3 that I usually do it. So we're gonna do that. Oops, no, wrong one. Oops. Oh wait, no, it's not this one. I use this one, which looks more organic, I guess. Oops, not in the right spot though. Let's see if I do that, and that. I'm actually gonna do something here like this, just to signify don't park here. Actually, this one, I'm gonna add a point here, a point here, and a point here. There we go. Let me remove that one. We'll do that, and here we'll do something like that. And actually bring it all the way here. There you go, perfect. I just want the players to have a little bit more of a sense of scale. And when they enter through here, they can tell that, you know, the building... It's going to give them a scale of the size of the building, right? And also, I can hide some stuff behind there. Like, I can hide maybe a patrol or a drone or something, yeah? Now, I kind of want to do this thing here. So I have this thing that I can use as a guide. Like so. And then I go grab... I think it's this line. There you go. I can just draw on top of it. There we go. Yeah, this is an asset pack that I made recently, by the way. Well, I grabbed some things from other packs, like these lines, for example, and I just colored them. But the rest is just basic shapes, right? Just rectangles, circles, and stuff like that. Because I really wanted something simple that I could use for making maps fast. Because I can't keep spending fucking, 20 hours on making a map. For the people that don't know, let me show you the sort of map I used to make, right? Chapter 2. I guess this one. It's gonna take a while to load as well. Although now that that's actually, I'm curious how long it's gonna take, since now I have this on my M2 drive. It does look a lot faster than it used to be. But it's still probably gonna take... Oh, it crashed. It actually just crashed it. Let me load a smaller one, because this one's fucking huge. Well, actually, it doesn't matter, because it still has to load the whole fucking map. See, doesn't draft. Let me load the first one I ever made. Actually, it would be faster to just load it in Foundry. But whatever, I'm curious about how long it'll take to load the whole thing here. Well, considering it's still on Texture Artificial A, I'm quite worried. Yeah, and now I went to B. Let me see. How many assets do I have on this shit already? Where is it? There, dungeon drafts, assets. Oh yeah. Texture Artificial D. Yeah, okay. Wow. Although those are pretty big, I guess, but yeah, it still takes a lot of time. Still probably take like 5 minutes to load everything. Yeah, Natural B. And that's another reason why I don't want to make maps using the Forgotten Adventures anymore, because it's excellent. It's a great asset pack. It's probably the best asset pack for fantasy stuff, hands down, or for medieval, right, in general. But my god, does it take a long time to load. Although I think it's taking that long right now because it's the first time I load them since I reinstalled Windows and everything. So it's probably not helping. Did it crash? No, it didn't. Oh yeah, because I didn't have the full pack for this. But yeah, so this is the map. The sort of map I used to make for Warhammer. It looks amazing, right? I love it. It's great. But the amount of time it takes to make this is just not sustainable. Especially for a sandbox campaign. Because this is fine because it's mainly a pre-written campaign and it's very railroady, right? So there's not that much room for the players to go to locations that haven't been prepared. But for something sandbox, I just can't do it. Which is why I made... so for Shadowrun, at first, I made... let me see. Let's go to Shadow Skull. I made a an asset pack that was pretty minimalistic, right? It looked like this. Well, this is not supposed to be that, but that's fine, whatever. It looked like this. And it's still too much detail. Because this map still took me hours to make, right? Because I would place shadows down and all that stuff. It's just so much work. So now I really decided to go completely minimalistic. And this is how I ended up with this. Which is very minimalistic, but it will allow me to do a lot more work faster. I just don't have the time, right? If I had nothing else going on, I could, you know, just make maps all day long. It'd be fine. But it's not the case. Okay, I don't even know why I'm bothering doing the interior, because my players are most likely not going to go inside. And to be honest, I hope they don't, because I'm not going to build the interior. I refuse. Okay, why do I have Forgotten Adventure shit now? Oh my god. Let me restart the software. I don't want to have all this. There we go. That's better. But hey, I started making these, so I'll finish, I guess. Let's see. I should be able to edit that as well. No? It won't let me? Whatever. I'll just do that then. Why are you being weird? Oh, there. Actually, they might go inside. Okay, I have an idea on how to set this up anyway. So let's see, I'm going to do one more here. I'm going to do... Yeah, that's fine. Like so. And then I'll start doing something like that here, which is more for like pallets, let's say, right? Storage for pallets. And then here in the middle, maybe I can have some pallets like this stocked up. So let's see. Path tool. Just do something like that. There. Yeah, and it's actually populated enough. I don't need to have too much detail. Alright. And yeah, I kind of want to adjust that. So I'm going to do... change map size. We're going to add 2 to each right and bottom. This way I can do something like... let me see. Yeah, that looks better. Like so. That's 1, 2.5, and 2. So then I start from here. Yeah, see? It looks weird. The proportions are off. There. So now I can adjust that so it looks better. So I can have that come down here. I can have that stop thing here. I can edit this line so it comes all the way up to here, I guess. And then those lines can move forward a bit. Actually. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, that's fine. Fine. Let's just do it this way. This way, this way, this way. There we go. And then I need path. I'll grab that with a width of 3. Like so. I actually have an idea. We're gonna want some crossing areas, whatever. What do you call those? Crossing lines? No. I don't know. Oops. This. Okay. So let's put it here. Let's see if I can do it here as well. That's going to be more difficult though, I just realized. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Let me see. This is wrong. Oh, this is so wrong. There. There. Can I just copy paste that? Copy paste. Oh, there we go. That's better. Okay, but that does this look right? This looks right. It will look better if I bring it down by 1 here. There we go. And I can bring this here like so. There you go. See, it's not much, but it does make this part look way better than it was before. So I'm happy with that. Alright, and I think the way I'll populate this map... actually, no, yeah, I did want to add some more stuff. Let's see. I want to add some sort of desk to this area. So we'll have something rectangle, right? Maybe this one. Actually, we'll have the desk like this. There. With some sort of chair. Oops. or stool, it doesn't matter, right? Something like that. And maybe this guy has some sort of computer on this. So we'll have something that looks like a keyboard. And I need a thinner. Yeah, that's fine. There. Yeah, that'll do. Let's say they have some storage in this room as well. They have some lockers, right? Where they can, you know, put some weapons and shit in there. There we go. Okay. And now to finish as well, I kind of want to have, let's see, filter. I do not want patterns right now. Or actually, I kind of do. But that's going to be a pain in the ass if I do it that way. Let me see. I think I have an idea. I need this to snap. Can I make this? Yeah, there you go. This pretty much fits that, but it's a bit too big though. It's a bit too big. Yeah, this is pretty good. That's 1.5. Yeah, that's more the size of the pallet, right? Yeah, there you go. In that case, yeah, I can put some pallets here and there, right? So we'll have a pallet here. We'll have like... I'm going to stop this snap. I'm going to have a pallet here and a pallet slightly angled here, right? Maybe there's like a row of pallets here in the middle waiting to be processed. There. Okay, and then maybe there's a bunch of pallets here as well. We can have maybe some storage here. Doesn't really matter, right? Just to remove some of the empty areas. Okay, and now to finish this off, I want that with 1. And I'll just add... Oh. Over, please. There. Just to signify that those are pallets. And what I can do, so I don't have to draw those all the time. Path. Then I can select that, and then I can copy paste it everywhere. Well, I don't know if it'll be faster to do it that way. Yeah, fuck it. I think it'll be faster to just do it this way. It doesn't have to be perfect anyway. Right. Oh, I just realized I didn't do a board on this either. Yeah, this one's fine. Remove the snap. All right. The parts outside don't look exactly the parts inside, but that's fine. Because once again, they're most likely not going to go inside, so I don't want to spend too much time on that. Let's see. I also made like a few things like that to signify where cameras were. So I think I'll put a camera here in the back as well. So give me that. Let me size it approximately the same as I size. Get 90 degrees. Come on, there, 90 degrees. There. And we'll say there's a camera here and there's a camera up there. Right. I'm not going to put cameras inside because once again, it doesn't matter. They're most likely not going to go inside. You know what? Just in case they do, I'll put a camera here. And there will be a camera, let's say, here. There you go. Okay. Ooh, I just realized something. This is not the right color. Let's fix that. I can probably just select it. Filter. Select that. Change the color. There we go. Oops. I hate how the camera works on this software sometimes. When you're in select mode, for whatever reason, you can't move the camera however you want sometimes. There we go. And I think I'm happy with that map. Right? So... yeah, they enter through here. There's like some containers, some pallets. This is like a huge crane for a container crane. There's like a lorry here, a big truck. There's the loading areas for the trucks, loading areas for the vans. This is where the van will go. Yeah, that makes sense. And then inside, different storage areas, storage for pallets up there. And yeah, and then I'll populate the rest with tokens, basically. Ooh, let me remove that. I don't know why it's here. I'll probably have some icons to represent pallet jack, some stuff like that. Okay, so this one is done. Now we need to work on a new one. This one should be pretty fast to make. So let me think what size I want. So I want a double road. So roads I tend to do 3 meters wide for each of that. So let's say, so that's 6. That would be 12 plus a center thing. So that would be 13. Let's say 2 on each side. Plus 4, so that's 17. So I want a width of, let's go 20 for now, right? Let's go with 20. Wait, no, a height, sorry, of 20. And I want a width of 60. Let's go with that. There we go. We're gonna change the basic terrain to the black pearl. Yeah, there you go. That's my basic tile. We're gonna call this overpass. So that's going to be for the next location, the overpass. Located near the heart of the Vaugirard Belt, this dilapidated pedestrian overpass once served as a safe crossing for locals over the freight-heavy arterial road below. However, years of neglect and industrial decay have left it in disrepair. So yeah, I want to make this. So it's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be a road right in the middle. So let's find the middle of the map. Let me see. Path tool. I'm gonna want that with a width of 3. And I think this is gonna be here. Alright. So I'm gonna have that and that. For now, right? Is this the middle of the map? Let me check. No, it's not. How did I calculate this shit? It's fine. Let's not worry about it. I can change the side of the map however I want, so not a big deal. So that means the road is going to be 6 on each side. So let me grab that. I'm going to do... No, not like this. Oh yeah, let me delete that. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then all the way there. So I want 2 lanes on each side. This is not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's fine. I'll just do that. What the? I didn't know you could do this. Oh my god. What the hell? I do Control Z and instead of changing that, it's removing it. Oh my. Alright, fine. We'll start over. Fair enough. There. 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 Alright. And we'll put the overpass somewhere in the middle at some point. But the thing is, I'm going to need to do it with different levels, right? This one. So we have to think about that too. I was thinking of doing some crossings there, but there's going to be literally an overpass that's made for that. So there's no point in doing a crossing anywhere here. Although maybe at some point there is another street. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Shit. Redo. So I'm going to remove those. And let's say somewhere there's a crossing, yeah? With a minor street. And we'll go, so let's see. Pattern tool. So I'm going to want that. And we can do that here. We'll do that here, like so. So we'll do... Oops. Missed a little bit here. Not a big deal. Yeah, so we'll do something like that. So, yeah, there you go. I like it. I like it. Now let's do the path. To outline all this. Okay. All the way there. It's already looking like something. Let me think. Yeah, I'm gonna color this in the middle like so. And then the sidewalks, I'm going to color with this. Yes, it's not exactly the same color. At the end of the day, it's still a minimalistic way of doing maps, but I still want to have some colors here and there. I should probably add a square, yeah, to this one. Change map size. We'll go with one more tile up here. What the fuck is this? Let me reopen the map. Sometimes that fixes problems. Overpass. Okay, yeah, there we go. Where is it? There. After years of using this software, I still get lost in the menu. Well, I haven't used it a lot recently. There. Alright. Let's add some lines to the streets. There's going to be a crossing area right here. No, not like this. We'll start in the middle here. There we go. Actually, let me do it smaller. No, not like that. We'll do it like this. There we go. Do the same up here. Okay. Now let's draw some lines for the streets here. Let's see, what can I use? I could maybe use the dashed line. It's a bit small though. Let's see if I make them bigger, like ×5. That actually works. That actually works. So we'll do all the way to here. There. 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 And I don't really need to do more than that right now. Right? I mean, I could, you know, decide to like draw some arrows. But I think that's overdoing it, because it's gonna serve basically no purpose with my map. Now, we need to plan for the overpass. So let me think how I can do this. We'll need some stairs. Do I have stairs? I'm pretty sure I made some somewhere. It's in the path tool. Yes, it's in the path tool. Oof, yeah. A bit big though. Right, I can do it like so. It's a bit off though if I do it like this. Maybe if I start here. I mean, I could do it one with a width of 1 and that would fit better. And then double it like this. I guess that would work. Okay, so this is what I would have in mind, right? So stairs like that on each side here. Right, that lead up to a central bridge here that goes across. So this would let me do the pillars, right? Because a bridge needs some pillars, right? So for that, I'll just use something like so. No shadow. So maybe here I'll just do 1, 1. And then we'll do something like that. Oops. Like this. Okay, I have to think of how it looks from the ground and how it will look from up there. One thing I tend to do as well, I don't know if I have the shadows here. I'm probably going to want to add the shadows pack. Yeah, I'm going to add this. Accept. Save. Open. Where is it? Overpass. Well, first thing I should do, actually, is make the stairs a different color. What color should I go for? Because that's for the street, that's for the... I could do this one, or I could do this one. This one doesn't work at all, in my opinion, there. Okay, and now, maybe, if I go for shadow... something like that. No. And I make it bigger. Width of 2 at least. Yeah, no. Yeah, that just doesn't work the way I want it to. I mean, if I want to keep with a very simple floor plan type of look, right? I could just do this. Grab that line. With a width of 2, that's fine. And do something like that to show which way it's going up. That's a bit big, I guess. Right? That's pretty much how you do it with floor plans, yeah? Okay. For now, let me go with that. I can change it later. Alright, it's finished working on the overpass. I'm gonna do the second level, so we go to... Ooh, custom snap setting. Interesting. Cool. Okay, I didn't know that was an option. That's a module that I downloaded, which lets me snap to more points, because the basic snap to tool is basically on every corner of a square, but this one adds half and quarters, which is so convenient. So yeah, let's go back. There. Level setting, so that's ground, and then we'll do overpass. Overpass. Accept. And then I can do compare levels, compare ground. I'm going to have to restart the software. It does that sometimes. So save it. Open. Overpass. No, there you go. So this, I want this much, and I want the other one at like 50%. There. So now what I can do is grab my path with a width of 3. Oops, no. I want this. There we go. We need some flooring for that. I guess I'll use the same color I used on the stairs. There we go. Wait, was that the color I used? Yeah, it is. It is. And this is where I think shadows are going to be important. If not shadows, yeah, this. So I can, because if I keep it like this right now, what my players are going to see when they're up there is this, which is a bit too flat, right? And I want them to understand that they're on another level. So what I could do is make everything underneath darker by using something like this, which I'm going to try real quick, see if that helps. Yeah, it does help separate the levels, right? Oops. So if I do something like that, it helps separate the level. Right? They understand this is lighter, so this is higher. And another way I can do that, oops, redo, is by adding shadow. 60 is what I usually use. Wait, no, 60%. No? Doesn't work that way? What pack am I using? Ah, right. Okay, so shadow 50. No? Whatever. I'll use that. Oops. So yeah, another way I could do that is by doing something like that. Under. Which looks nice, but this makes me feel like I have to use shadows everywhere. Like so. Wait, no, I want this to be below. This looks quite nice. It does look quite nice. And it didn't take long to do, right? It's not like I'm going to use that everywhere. I just want to use that when I'm doing a second level, right? So we have the bottom level. See, now it makes me feel like I have to add it here. Oops. Let's do 1. Like so, and then in the middle here, do something so that it's... maybe, give me a sec. Trying to think of a way that'll make this work. No, of course not. Okay, maybe try something else, man. Then I do that. See, that looks just ugly. Yeah, that's my problem now. How do I represent... Okay, I might have an idea. I could use that, what I had earlier, to represent that there's the overpass here. That's fine. transition out none. Trying to think. Oh, this blends in really well. I think if I use that, it'll be better. Oops. Yeah, that kind of works. Wait. This way. Wait. None. There. Let me try something now. If I do none, if I do something, oops. If I do something like that. Just to smooth out the shadow a little bit. That's actually pretty good. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all. Now, let me see how it looks. Yeah, okay, so now that shadow is too harsh. For sure. That shadow is way too harsh now. Oops. I wouldn't mind having an additional shadow, although this is doing the job already pretty much. So I need just a regular this with a width of 3. Yeah, no, something a little that has a little bit more oomph would work for sure. So let's see, shadow. Maybe use the same. I think it was this. Was it this? Sure. Go with that. Oops. Was it this one? No, this one's too small. Yeah, let's go with that. That's the large, and I want a medium. Medium. Oh, there's no medium? Ah, okay, I see. Shadow medium. There we go. Okay, path small. Small. Meds is what I'm looking for. Alright, cool. And then I'll do grow and shrink. Oops, the other way around, please. There. There. And I'm happy with this. Alright, cool. Although, actually, I'm going to add one more thing. Especially, I think, for down here. I'm going to add... Oops. Path. Grab that at a width of 3. Oops. Over. And none and none. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that just looks better. How about if I do it this way? No. That's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, cool. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Yeah, now it's a bit too flat, right? There's nothing going on. Let me add something. We'll add a small wall. And let's say at some point here there's a building that goes like that. Right? Oop, remove the shadow. Let's grab the big wall actually. There. Maybe there's one here as well. Let's do something like that. And then there's another one, maybe like so. Maybe in that corner there's something as well. And maybe here there isn't. That's fine as well. Pattern. Let me grab that. Oops. We'll color this like that. I'll just give something to look at to the players. Also, this area is supposed to be kind of, you know, dilapidated, so it's supposed to have a bunch of stuff. So let me add, using that. Maybe there's a wreck here. Right, there's a car wreck here. Make it bigger. Like so, and let me see if I can make this look a little bit better. Actually, it will be easier if I can do both sides at the same time. Right? Not this one. This one doesn't do the trick either. Yeah, just that. It's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's supposed to be a quick representation. Now, I kind of want to filter. Oops, filter. I just want objects. Grab this, and then I can copy paste that. Maybe here. There we go. And maybe there's one here as well. Oops. Oops. Yeah, that already gives something to look at. It's nice. What else? I want to give stuff that the players maybe can use, or that can give them some ideas. So let's say there's a trash can, not a trash can, but you know, a garbage bin there. Maybe there's one here as well. I just put down some shapes here and there. There. Right, and here in the middle, I'm actually gonna add some circles like that to represent maybe street lights. We don't need that much, right? Sure, like that. There we go. And I think this is this map done, right? This is how much time I want to spend on those maps. I don't want to spend more. Because that is just too much. It's just too much. Oh. I just thought of something. Let's say there's like an ad thing here. And maybe there's like signs here for directions or whatever. Just to add a little bit more. There you go. Yeah, whatever. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. For the sake of symmetry. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. There. Important. Important detail. Do I want anything up here? Yeah, I think I'll add just a few things. Just because it's supposed to be trashed, kind of, so it doesn't matter, right? Just some shapes here and there. Maybe that was a trash can. Maybe that was supposed to be some kind of bench. Right? There. There we go. Cool. I'm done. Not touching this one anymore. And it does the job, right? It's not good looking. It's not ugly either. It's just minimalistic. But it's a choice, right? It is minimalistic by design. You're still able to tell what this is, right? It's a road with a crossing here, or another road, and an overpass in the middle. And you know, once we have the wall drawn in, you'll be able to tell, okay, well, there's a building here, there's a building here, there's a building there. You can probably tell this is supposed to be a car. Probably. Yep. I'm happy with this. Now the question is, do I want to work on the last one? I think I'm done for today. I've been working on, you know, the TTRPG stuff, and then I did a little bit of coding, but I've been working on the TTRPG stuff since 8 in the morning, I think. So I think I'll finish this tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll do the last map I need. And then I need to set up the encounters. I'll probably need some more portraits to generate with ChatGPT. Yeah, I do want to generate a new portrait for Alvin. For sure. And get some more tokens for vehicles, I think. And also for drones. Yeah. Alright, cool. That's gonna be me. Done for today. Alright, let me close all this. And we're going to be watching anime later with Igor. So, yeah. Give me something better. Come on. Something that I know. No. No. Very important we have a good song to finish on. Anyway. Alright, I'm done for today. I don't know when I'll be playing video games next, by the way. I've been really, motivated lately to work on all this. The TTRPG, I haven't touched my system yet. I've been putting notes down for new ideas. But I need to make progress on the Shadowrun thing, right? I need to make progress on my Shadowrun campaign. Once I've done that, I'll go back to my system and fleshing it out a little bit more. Doing the code thing. I haven't done a lot on stream, but I did practice a little bit off stream. Like I redid some of the previous lessons to just hammer it in. Because that's how I am. I'm always stressed that I'm going too fast, or so just go back, do it over to make sure that I got it. See, I don't know when the next video game stream is gonna be. It might be when Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. I don't know, which is not too long, right? It's in like 2 months and a half, so it'll be here fast. But yeah, once Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, I'm not touching any of this shit for like 2 months. I'm gonna be killing monsters every day. It'll be a nice break. But anyway, I don't know if anyone is still watching. I think yes. Thank you so much for sticking with me when I'm doing weird shit like that. And I hope you still enjoy your time. And I'll see you next time. Until I'm off, you have a good one. See ya.